Well, the short answer to this question is a resounding no. Alright, thanks for watching. Okay. There is a little bit more to it than that. Now don't get me wrong, Hytale is a great game. Despite only being an alpha, what we do get is very polished, and the basic gameplay loop is a lot of fun. While admittedly there isn't a hell of a lot of content or progression to work towards at the moment, which does make it feel like there is something missing. Again, this is an alpha, as in, it's not fucking finished. And honestly, I would say that there is a case to be made that Hytale, in its current form, is a better game than Minecraft. Okay, yeah, if I'm gonna make a claim as big as Hytale is better than Minecraft, I'm gonna actually have to back up the bullshit I say. But there are many ways that Hytale either goes blow for blow, or even surpasses Minecraft. The first and most obvious way that Hytale beats Minecraft is in the combat system. And this should be no surprise, because people have been complaining about Minecraft's combat system for a full decade at this point. I mean, they had a full-on combat update that still just wasn't good. I'm not gonna get into the middle of the debate over whether pre or post 1.9 combat is better, but let's be honest here, they both kinda suck. And for the record, this is coming from the perspective of a casual survival player, not a competitive PvP player, so if you're gonna come at me with that, just like, don't. This is focused on how most players are going to experience the game. Hytale's combat just blows Minecraft out of the water. It is better in every way. The combat feels smoother and more engaging. It almost feels like the perfect mix between both of Minecraft's combat systems. It's not all about spam clicking like 1.8 Minecraft, but you don't just have to sit around waiting for a critical hit bar to fill up before finally attacking like current Minecraft. The combat also incorporates guarding and counter-attacking, so it takes a lot more thought than the combat in Minecraft. While Minecraft does have blocking, it isn't as much a core element of the combat. The majority of the time I find myself using shield blocking exclusively to deal with skeletons. But the rest of the time, I just run away like a bitch until the sweeping edge charges, and then I attack again. Because combat is faster paced, and since hostile mobs move faster than your walking speed, you can't do that. You have to either defend and counterattack, or run away. On top of that, Hytale actually has multiple weapons for different playstyles. I mean, sure, Minecraft does technically have multiple weapons. Let's be honest here, you're either using a bow or a sword. Maybe an axe if you're one of those guys that goes on about how
the axe is actually a better weapon and does more damage.
But that's kind of it. While Mojang has added some options, most of them are kind of a pain to get and still don't replace the sword as the main weapon. While I don't dislike having weapons locked behind quests or adventures, it's still important to make sure that the players have options from the get-go. I guess they did add the spear recently, but that's a singular band-aid on a 15-year-old wound. But even when you do get them, the other weapons are incredibly situational and in most situations are just a straight downgrade from the sword. Supposedly they do make a difference in PvP, but to most players there's just no reason to use them. Now the second way that Hytale is showing up its older cousin is in the world generation. Well, there is one specific way that Hytale's world generation is better than Minecraft's. The world itself is actually pretty similar to Minecraft, specifically after the Caves and Cliffs update. You could probably copy and paste one into the other and no one would notice. While I'm sure there are some ways that they are different, it's not something you can easily see just by playing, and you'd probably need to look pretty close to actually find it. Well, at the time of making this video at least. There is supposed to be a big world generation update, which might change that, but it hasn't been implemented yet. The one thing that makes the Hytale world better and more interesting than Minecraft's is the structures littered throughout the world. Hytale has way more structures, and honestly just better structures scattered throughout that just make the world feel more alive and interesting. As you explore the world, you'll come across tons of houses, outposts, castles, and various other buildings in various states of decay or overrun by mobs. As you go mining and you're making your way through a cave, you'll often find small rooms or dungeons seemingly left there by previous explorers. Just having more of these throughout the world makes it feel more like a world that was lived in, and like there is some story to how it reached this point, as opposed to Minecraft, which often just feels empty. I mean, sure, Minecraft is trying to get that same vibe, but it just kinda sucks at it. The lack of buildings does lessen the effect, and the ones in Minecraft just don't do as good of a job of conveying that feeling. Perhaps it's just because I've played so much Minecraft and seen all the structures so many times, but the ones in Hytale are just more interesting and feel like they have more history to them. Even the ones that are in both games, like the abandoned mineshaft, are just done better in Hytale. For example, the mineshafts in Hytale, on top of having mining tunnels, also has extra rooms and other accessories, strewn throughout, as opposed to Minecraft, which just has a series of tunnels with little more found within. It does a better job of the visual storytelling of showing that this is an abandoned mineshaft left by some previous civilization. Now, I guess you could say the reason for this is Minecraft structures have been in the game longer and have just aged poorly. But when you have the best-selling game of all time, that relatively recently got a huge world generation update, I don't think that really holds up. They could have updated the structures along with the rest of the world generation, or just done it in another update since then. But overall, I'm just far more interested in exploring Hytale's world for the sake of exploring, which I think makes it better. And the final big thing that I think makes Hytale better than Minecraft is the building system. Well, I suppose the building system itself is identical to Minecraft, it's all just placing blocks. There are about 300 other block building games that have done the exact same thing. The thing that actually makes Hytale's building better than Minecraft's is just the fact that the game gives you a lot more to work with. Hytale has all of the Minecraft mainstays. You got your cubes of wood, your stairs, and your various other things. But Hytale also gives you way more options for things like furniture and decorations, which does make building more fun. I mean, sure, trying to get around the limitations of Minecraft's building system to make some of the amazing builds that people come up with is part of the fun. But you also need to remember that a lot of casual players, or lazy people like me, will prefer having simpler options to decorate their houses. The way I look at it is that if you want to make a huge Minecraft-esque mega build that you'd see someone that has spent 200 hours building, like those guys in Hermitcraft or some other series, you are able to. But if you just want to make a simple house with a proper roof and simple decorations like tables and cabinets, Hytale makes it a lot easier to do so. Or you can just be like me and build a treasure pile with a throne at the top to show your narcissism to the world. Also, Hytale has vertical slabs. Vertical slabs are an automatic win. I will admit there are definitely some ways that Minecraft currently has Hytale beat. I will miss features like redstone, and Hytale doesn't currently have an end goal to work towards, which makes it more difficult for me to keep engaged. But Hytale is still in alpha, and we have yet to see anything close to the final result. On top of that, the modding community is already coming out with some really cool stuff, and this is with only a few weeks of time to work on it. Imagine what's going to come out when they have actually had a chance to make anything. And shit, the Hytale devs have discussed hiring mod developers and buying out their projects so that they can be added to the base game. If they're willing to go that far, I think it's safe to say that Hytale is going to turn out even better than we expected. And overall, Hytale is just taking everything that Minecraft is and improving on it. So it's safe to say that it will be the better game. Now, with all that, why do I think that Hytale won't be able to dethrone Minecraft? Well, that's simple. It's Minecraft. Honestly, I don't think there is or will be any game, no matter how good it is, that will be able to beat it. Minecraft will forever be the king of the survival crafting genre. And I mean, I get it. I'm loving Hytale and I can't wait for the full game to come out, But even I'm fully aware that no matter what, Minecraft is still gonna be the game that I come back to. There is too much nostalgia for my generation, and our love for Minecraft is gonna be the thing that keeps it alive for the next. So should you go buy Hytale? Absolutely, fuck yes. Will it dethrone Minecraft? Well, as I said at the start of this video, the simple answer is a resounding no.